What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the 10K to $2 million funding challenge. This is Venator Trading, live on YouTube, Monday, October the 9th, 7 a.m. And we're back at it. Back in the tree stand, hunting trophy buck A+ setups. Hope you guys had a great weekend. The weather here in Houston finally changed. It was one of the most beautiful weekends we've ever had outside. It was absolutely gorgeous. Got to get out and ride the bike and just enjoy the beautiful weather. It was fantastic. So I hope you guys had a great weekend. It is Monday here in the United States. It is Columbus Day, and it is therefore a bank holiday. The schools are closed. The banks are closed. It will be a short stream today. I'm not taking any trades today. After all of the stuff that's gone down around the world in the Middle East, with the bank holiday, the crazy gap openings, I am not trading today. I'm gonna open the charts. I'm gonna walk through some analysis with you, and there's really not much else to do except let today play out, let the market settle down. We have some big news events coming up this week already. And then when you add in all of the volatility that's going on around the world, it just makes for not high probability conditions. A lot of stuff can happen. A lot of stuff can get wicked around. A lot of stuff can just go crazy. If you want to trade, that's totally up to you. That's your decision. I would just highly advise that you consider not taking a trade today. Just don't trade. There's no reason to have to be in the markets right now. There's just a lot of nutso stuff going on that is not going to be great for you to be able to find high probability setups. So backtest, work on a strategy, rewrite your rules, go over your why. Why are you doing this business? Do some self-evaluation and maturity. Look over your trades in the last multiple weeks and see if you can identify weaknesses or patterns where you consistently are failing to execute. Do all the other things that you should be doing as a trader, but just don't trade today. It's perfectly fine to have a day where the markets are open and you don't do anything. And you should get very comfortable with that, and you should get used to that. Today is not a day to be trading. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm not going to be trading. Maybe we'll do some back testing. We can work on our inverted fair value gap strategy a little bit on FX replay. But beyond that, there's just not much to do. We're not going to get into all of the stuff that's going on. I'm praying for peace. That's what I'm doing. I hate war. I think it's horrible. It doesn't matter who started what, when, or where. I value human life, and it just sucks that there's such hatred around the world for other people just to die. That makes my heart hurt, and it's just unfortunate that I don't know if any of our followers live over there in the Middle East right now in either parts of those Israel or Palestine, but man, my gut just hurts for everybody. And I want it to end. I don't know that it ever will end. I don't know how it would ever end, in this life at least. And so it's just so frustrating to watch. So I'm just praying for peace, man. And if you're over there, I pray that you're safe. I hope that you can find some protection and safety wherever you're at over there right now. So I know we've got other viewers in Africa that are living through civil wars right now. We've got people in Europe that are living through wars right now. It's just so sad and frustrating to watch. And getting on here and talking about trading seems kind of ridiculous when all that stuff's going on. But it is important that we do this. A lot of you are trying to do this very thing right here, right now, so that you could potentially leave an area like that. Produce enough independent income that you could get out of those situations and into a place where there's more relative peace and not a constant threat to life and limb or family and loved ones. And so we're here. We're here every day. We're trying to learn how to do this thing. We're trying to help each other out. We're trying to coach each other, inspire each other, encourage each other to take the next step and produce the profitability that we need to be able to not only change our lives, but the lives of those we love as well. So I'm glad you guys are here. If it's some little respite in your day, away from all the crazy insanity that's going on in the news and around the world, then I'm glad you're here. So welcome in. A shout out to our sponsor, Bespoke Funding Program. They are the sponsors of the 10K to $2 million funding challenge. In my opinion, still one of the best in the business right now. They have the highest amount of allocation that you can purchase from the beginning. They've got, to me, the best execution and spreads that you can find. Their customer support is fantastic. They have instant credentials sent out. They have auto close profit features. They've just got all kinds of great trading, great tools for traders to use to be able to help you become profitable. Now, I know that there's been some posting recently about people not getting payouts from Bespoke. And I can assure you, if you follow the rules and you do not break the terms and conditions, you're going to get your payout. If you're trying to find a way to scam the system, if you're trying to find a way to manipulate or exploit a loophole, you're going to get banned and you're not going to receive a payout. It's that simple. It's just like any other business. It absolutely blows my mind that traders think that they can just find some minute little loophole to exploit to their benefit and screw the prop firm. And these prop firms don't exist to do that. They're here to pay traders who are consistently profitable their profits. That's what they exist for. That's why they're here. So if you're just trading and you're not breaking rules, you're not violating any of their terms of service, you're not high frequency trading, you're not setting up multiple accounts in your son's name or your wife's name, if you're not hedging, if you're not going all in, you have multiple accounts and you're going all in on both sides in opposite directions. There's all kinds of ways that you can game the system. And if you try and do that, you're not going to get paid out. Just trade. Just trade. It's not hard to do. Just trade. If you just trade, follow the rules, and you make profit, you will get paid out. It's that simple. I have seen multiple traders who have quote unquote been banned or not received payouts, and every single one of them are on social media claiming fraud, claiming personal infringement, claiming all this stuff. I've talked to Max. I've seen why they're banning these people, and it is completely valid. Like they are just, these people have been banned from multiple firms already. They're just going to the next firm until they find one that will allow them to basically cheat the system and get these massive payouts. So don't cheat the system, just trade. And if you're a good, consistent trader, you're going to be fine. You're not going to have any issues with Bespoke ever. I promise. They're fantastic. I would highly recommend you pick up one of their challenges and use that code down there in the bottom right corner of the screen, Venator. Use the discount code Venator. You get 15% off and an 85% profit split. And when you do that, it helps support the stream here. We do everything for free. I'm here to try to help as many traders as I can get over that hump. I remember where you were. I was there, struggling, not being able to reach profitability, not being able to pass challenges, not being able to get funded, not being able to get payouts. And for years, I struggled, years. And I just wish there was someone that would help me that I didn't have to pay hundreds of dollars a month or thousands of dollars a year to figure out how to do this. It's not that difficult, and it has more to do with what's going on between your ears than it does with what's happening on the charts. What's happening on the charts is important. You've got to be able to understand what's happening on the charts. You got to be able to understand why things are happening on the charts. You've got to be able to understand what your entry criteria is. All of that is very important, but it doesn't take that long to learn. What takes a long time to learn is how to overcome your fear, overcome the pain, overcome the frustration, to become extremely patient and disciplined. That's where the growth happens. And so that's why I'm here every single day, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. New York time, trying to set the example of what it looks like. And so I hope it's helpful for you. But I'm glad you guys are here. It will be a short stream today. We're going to do the chat pair for the week. We'll maybe we'll do a little back testing on the inverted fair value gap strategy I've been working on. We could get through another month. I already know the results of those. It would just be for your benefit. I don't know that I need to do that anymore, but maybe we'll do that. Yeah, besides that, let me just jump over to the chat. We'll say good morning to some of our viewers, and then we'll do some analysis. What's up, Warren Buffett? Warren Buffett's joining us today. Very nice. Welcome in, Warren. What's up, Cisco, Red Ezekiel, Mr. Alfie? Abram says, another week, wishing y'all a profitable week. I already closed 4% on my 5K challenge from a drawdown, up 1%. Hoping to pass this challenge this time. Good luck, Abram, and welcome in. Kamatang, good morning, man. What's up, H? Mr. Partha G, Victor Niamo, and Shadow Trades. All welcome in, guys. Glad you're here. And glad you're back on the stream. Hope you guys have had a good weekend. All right, so I'm going to jump in and do some analysis here. We're going to start with the dollar. We're going to jump up to the monthly time frame here. We can just see what's going on. We've reached up into this fair value gap here. I was expecting price to get all the way to the top of this first area here, to the bottom of this wick of the order block. It hasn't quite gotten there yet. It's reached up into the 50% area and it's pulling back. You can see we have got quite a large area of imbalance underneath us from September's monthly calendar. I've said I'm still bullish dollar until something changes that changes the market structure, changes basically the scope of what's happening in the world around us. It still appears that the dollar should be bullish. That doesn't mean that we can't have some short-term bearishness. We are way overdue. You look at the weekly time frame, we are way overdue for some kind of a retracement and pullback. We've left the next area of liquidity we've left in place. Last week's high, last week's low, those are the first targets. You have a nice little fair value gap here on the weekly time frame. This candle's high to this candle's low represents a weekly fair value gap. Monday's open, obviously, because of the news. We opened and we've just shot up. So maybe this is another bullish week. I don't know. Maybe we just take over this whole wick right here. Excuse me. We refill that entire wick, potentially come back up to the previous week's high. It could be all number of things. If we get a pullback, I'd be interested to see how we respond inside this weekly fair value gap. Right above it is a daily fair value gap. This orange box right here is a daily fair value gap that has now become inverted. So you've got a breakthrough, comeback, a retest. Price has responded and pulled off of that twice now. And inside of that is the weekly, just underneath these lows here. So we'll see what happens with the dollar. I'm not trading today. I'm just going to watch and let the market do whatever the market wants to do. I may not trade tomorrow. I may not trade all week. We've got a lot of red folder news. We've got tomorrow, not much really going on. And then Wednesday, you've got PPI, you've got FOMC meeting minutes. And then Thursday, you've got CPI. And then Friday, we've got the University of Michigan consumer sentiment. So Wednesday and Thursday, we've got some big number news events coming out. It just may not be a great week with all the war stuff going on. We'll see how that plays out over the next couple of days. Will this war expand into other parts of the Middle East? If that happens, all bets are off on where any of this stuff goes. We'll just have to wait and see. Praying that it gets under control and dies down a little bit, and more lives are spared than destroyed. But who knows? Who knows what's actually going to happen? There are still a lot of hostages, and it's just brutal. War's brutal. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I'm going to try and stick to the charts. I get wandered off sometimes, so bear with me. So anyway, that's what I'm kind of expecting on dollar, is if we get a pullback, perhaps into a weekly fair value gap and then a potential rally. Of course, it has pulled back. We had a 3-day pullback last week from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. High of the week Tuesday, low of the week on Friday, and then we've now pushed up. So if we start getting some deeper pullbacks, do we consider where would we look for the dollar to potentially find some support? Well, somewhere down in here inside of this imbalance could be where it is. It could be part of the weekly breakers. It could be, you could pull fibs off of this, find a premium and discount level about 50%, somewhere back down in here. There's not, besides that weekly fair value gap, there's really not a clear place on the weekly time frame that you could identify. On the daily, it just depends. It depends on where you consider a breaker to be. This breaker was already tested and come back. This one basically tested after it followed through here, came back down into it, pulled back. This one also tested and pulled back. So underneath some lows, those are where you would anticipate old lows being taken, that you find support and liquidity being taken to push the dollar higher. So again, we're just going to sit by and watch. There's no hurry, there's no rush, there's no time limits that we have to hit. On the weekly time frame on pound dollar, it kind of correlates with fair value gap above us here. If it were to rally up into this fair value gap here, then that's where I would look for and anticipate. All of our higher time frame draws of liquidity, except this most recent one, have been tapped into all the way down. We have identified every single one it's been drawn to. We still have this level, and we have this monthly fair value gap that has acted as previous support, and that's where I was anticipating this month tapping down into it. We opened, we pushed down, we didn't get quite all the way there, and now we're experiencing a little bit of pullback currently. Again, I'm just going to let the market tell me where it wants to go, and then I'm going to try to anticipate after that where the draws on liquidity are. We're starting to consolidate a little bit. Oops, excuse me. We're starting to consolidate a little bit after this last big leg down. So consolidation, manipulation, and then distribution potentially further. Maybe we go into some chop. I don't know, but we'll just watch and wait. See how that plays out. Weekly time frame. Again, the fair value gap here on the weekly corresponds with the dollar's fair value gap. If we get some pullback up into that area, I would be interested to know how that responds and reacts. Similarly, we're starting to get a little bit of sideways movement here on euro dollar, engineering liquidity. So potentially you engineer some liquidity, you pop up into that fair value gap as manipulation, and then you can anticipate a further decline down into the monthly fair value gap a little bit further below us. So that's what we're anticipating here. GJ had a big gap down because of the news, because of the war, because of everything that's going on. It did reach back up, fill in that gap, and it's now pushed down further. If I was going to be looking for a trade, I think I would be looking to short the yen pairs currently. We'll just have to wait and see. We've grabbed the buy side liquidity. We've come back up into this inverted fair value gap. This daily fair value gap right here acted as support. Once it was violated and a full body close below, it has acted as resistance every time it's been retouched and returned to. We've grabbed sell side. We're just kind of back here into this consolidation. You do have a little bit of displacement down into the 181.075 area that you could potentially look for a complete rebalance if price wanted to move higher. But more than anything, I think I'm bearish on the yen pairs. So we'll see how those play out. I'm not going to take a trade today, but that's just my overall opinion. Pound Aussie is just consolidating. There's really not a whole lot going on here right now. Last week, I tried to take 2 trades off of this weekly fair value gap and volume imbalance. Both of them were stopped out. I still am bearish here and am anticipating lower lows to be made in these relative equal lows down here on the weekly time frame to be the draw on liquidity. So I'd still be looking to sell Pound Aussie as well. But we're just going to need to wait. Again, I'm not taking a trade today. Dollar yen, same story. With the dollar, you could potentially see some weakness. It had a gap down. It struggled to get back up into there. The markets have gapped down. Gold has gapped up. So this is the scenario wherein you should not be trying to find a way to capitalize on this. Who the hell knows how the markets are going to respond? There's so much uncertainty. There's so much volatility. You step aside. You are not, you are a minnow trying to swim in the ocean right now, and you are just bait. That's all you are, is bait. So just step aside. If you don't take a trade this week, it's perfectly fine. It's absolutely perfectly fine not to take a trade this week at all. I'm not saying that I will do that. I'm just saying I know today I'm not going to be trading. I know that I'm getting on the charts. It's a bank holiday. I know there's been a new war in the Middle East breakout over the weekend. The markets are going to go crazy. And tomorrow it's not going to be much better because the bank holiday today isn't even going to be reflective of the market sentiment that a normal trading day would show you. So not only is today a bank holiday that's following a weekend of war outbreak, the next day, tomorrow, is actually the first trading day of the week for the market to try and absorb some of what's going on. So you're going to have more craziness tomorrow. And then, of course, Wednesday, you've got news, you've got the FOMC minutes, you've got CPI coming out Thursday. All of that adds up to read what's happening in front of you and go, there's no reason to do any of this. This is a backtesting week. This is a mindset week. This is a self-discipline week. This is a self-growth, introspective maturity week. This is not a time. I'm not saying that there won't be a setup this week. I'm just telling you, you should be prepared to be okay not taking a trade this week. There's going to be, the market's not going anywhere. It'll be here the week after. It'll be here the week after that. It'll be here the month after that. Okay. It's not going anywhere. So we're going to be nimble and we're going to be cautious. We're going to be conservative and we're going to protect our accounts. All right. All right. Chat pair of the week. If you guys want to start popping some stuff, options down in for the chat pair of the week, then we can get that squared away. I'm fine with leaving them just as is, but if there's a different pair besides Pound Aussie or dollar yen that you guys want to look at, then we can do so. And if not, then we will. I don't know what else we're gonna do. We don't have much more to do. So, what's up, Saeem? Good evening. Fib student, welcome in. Teklar, what's going on? Adrian Joseph, good morning. Pound New Zealand. I was not on Twitter this weekend, really. I was off pretty much all social media this weekend. What's up, John? Oil. John with the oil drop. Oil is going to pump. I can tell you that. If I don't even have to look at the chart and tell you oil's going to pump. If it's not already gapped up, it will. Yeah, you can join Discord. We can put that link in there. It's free. It's just where we all hang out when we're not on the stream together. Let me get over here. I'll drop that. There's the Discord link for you. We've already got EU camo. This would be a pair that we don't normally have. Mr. Alfie says GN. John says oil. Cisco says I second GN, but it's basically the same. I know GN and GA are the same. We'll just do one. If we already got GA up there, we might as well leave it. Ace, hope you got your account squared away from Bespoke. Hopefully they got you those credentials and you're ready to go. Not a great week to start a challenge, honestly, but nonetheless, I hope that I hope you got that all squared away. Man, I need to dust. Oh man. So my wife and I, some personal news. My wife and I are we're moving out of the townhome that we're in this next weekend. The complex that we're in, our townhome is right next to a very busy road, and the road noise is just, it's gotten to be where we're just like, okay, this is miserable. So we're staying in the same complex, but we're moving to the back of the complex this weekend. So my office is being torn down and everything's coming off the walls. So I am planning on that there won't be any disruption to the stream, and that by Monday morning I've got everything situated. We're moving Friday, Saturday, and Sunday all weekend. It won't take that long. We don't have that much, but I have everything scheduled to be on: electricity, internet, all that kind of stuff to be switched over. But you know how that stuff goes. So there's a potential that we don't have the internet streaming and ready to go on Monday morning. Potential. But since it's happening over the weekend, if there runs into any problems, I'm guessing they're not just going to run out on Saturday or Sunday to fix my internet problem. So there is a potential that Monday we may not have a stream. It just depends on how everything gets situated with our move and if everything gets connected and turned on in time for us to do that. So I'll keep you in the loop on Discord and Twitter, of course, but I'm planning on streaming every day and not missing a day. But if push comes to shove, I can't do anything about not having internet access. If that's not working, it's going to be probably just miss a day. But we'll see. I'll let you know. You should see the Trader Knock post. A lot of scandal happened. I'm not sure what that is referencing to, Saeem, but you're more than welcome to fill us in. There's no giveaway today, Warren Buffett. The giveaway happens on Friday every week. But not today. Oh my goodness. Quite the gap on gold. I'm going to look at oil. Oil, big gap up as well. Big run of sell side liquidity here. We've tapped into buy side. We displaced lower. There's an obvious breaker up here. But now that if this was just normal price action, I would be like, hey, be looking to short oil off of this breaker. But with everything else going on, who knows, man? Who knows? Massive, massive gap. Typically, those gaps do like to get reclaimed. It will get reclaimed at some point. It's just when. Is it going to take a couple weeks? Is it going to be pretty quick? Don't know. It will get reclaimed eventually. But I would anticipate higher oil prices in the short term. Anybody that tells you they know what's going to happen this week, they are complete and utter liars. They don't know. No one knows. No one knows. I know, John. Can you believe it? Warren Buffett is here, and shockingly, the one person on the planet I would think could afford a challenge is wondering if we're doing a giveaway today. I'm just kidding. I'm messing with you, Warren. It's just interesting that you chose that name. Oh. Bespoke shared a certificate of Indian trader who had an $11K payout after they didn't pay him and stopped responding and blocked him. Trader Knox stepped in and mentioned Kaler and he got paid out. My trading firm. Oh, yeah, they're totally a scam. So the Indian, I did see that, and they did pay him out, and they were unaware that they had banned him, but there was internal emails showing automated emails that said, hey, congratulations, your payment's on the way, and then they didn't send it. And then when they found out that those internal emails were sent erroneously, they did pay him out. I was aware of that. I didn't know who you were referencing, but I was aware of what was going on. So this guy violated their terms of service. And this trader from India. And they said, we're not going to pay you out. But the emails saying that he was already going to receive his payout had been sent. And so when the CEO, he didn't realize this. Listen, they've got tens of thousands of traders. The CEO does not go through every single payout and get involved in every trader's emails and all this stuff. When Kaler found out that they had told this guy in an email that he was going to get a payout after they had banned him, then he went back and said, we will pay you out. We sent you the emails that said we would. We're going to pay you out, but you're done from this point forward. You're not welcome to trade with Bespoke anymore. So he still honored the emails, the auto emails that went out. He honored them. Even after he banned the trader. Or not him specifically, but I mean, he may have specifically banned it. They have a team of people that monitor that. And to me, that's more of a thing that is showing you why Bespoke is a good firm. They didn't have to pay the guy. He violated the terms of service. And they still paid him out because the emails went out saying he was going to get paid. So maybe he's wanting to match the giveaway. Do you use ICT concepts? Yes, I use some ICT concepts. I do. The breaker strategy that I use is directly from ICT. The inverted fair value gap strategy I use is based off his concepts of violated PD arrays acting as resistance or support. We use OTEs. We use all kinds of stuff from ICT. I do not trade the 1 minute time frame or the 30-second time frame. But besides that, yes. I don't use every concept he teaches. You don't need to. And if you try to, you're gonna hurt yourself. My take from Bespoke paying him out, it means Bespoke can afford it and they're not concerned. Correct, they're not. They just paid out a $120,000 payout, their biggest payout to date. It's not the payouts, y'all. Yeah, it's not the size of the payouts. They don't care. If you are just trading by the book, following the rules, and you make money, you're going to get paid out. As soon as you start trying to scam the system and game it and exploit loopholes, and you get caught, you're going to get banned. Just trade. It's not difficult. If you're that good of a trader, then just trade. Don't try to go around and cheat the system. You're only hurting yourself. If you can make that much money, then just go make that much money without trying to exploit the system. I don't understand why people spend so much time trying to find ways to screw the prop firms. These prop firms are existing to help us provide funding on simulated accounts so that we can get real profits. I mean, why the hell are you trying to screw that up? It doesn't make any sense to me. What's up, Beeswax? There's a theme as to why people don't. That's exactly right, Mr. Alfie. There is a theme. Brad, will catching 10 handles in Forex would be considered scalping? Not necessarily, because it depends on what your stop loss and lot size is. I mean, there are traders that are only looking to capture a certain amount of pips, and they use what's called a negative risk-reward ratio, which means their stop loss might be 15, 20, 30 pips, and they only capture 4 to 5 to 7 to 10 pips, whatever it is. They're not even 1-to-1. Anything under 1-to-1 is considered a negative risk-reward ratio. So that means every time you lose, you're losing way more than you win. But because you're only trying to capture a small number of pips on every move, you could have a very high strike rate of 85, 90% and still be profitable. Scalping to me has more to do with the time than it does to do with pips captured. So scalping to me is more about how fast you're getting in and out of the market, more than it does to do with the specific number of pips you're capturing. So if you're scalping, you're getting in and out of the market fairly quickly, multiple times a trading session. Otherwise, anything that you're holding for more than, let's say, a couple of minutes, that's not scalping to me. That's intraday trading. So if you're scalping, you're typically trading for under 5 minutes. Like you're holding a trade for less than 5 minutes. You're trying to capture a very quick, small move. If you're intraday trading, you're holding trades for longer than 5, 10, 15 minutes, and you're trying to capture the move of a candle. I guess that could be considered some form of scalping. To me, that's more intraday. Scalping is very quick, in and out. You're literally just trying to nick off a couple of pips of profit every time you get in a trade. So that's scalping. And it's very, very difficult to find consistency with that, especially over a long period of trading, months at a time. There are very, very few people that can consistently do that day in and day out and stay profitable. Brokers love scalpers. Absolutely, John. If they have somebody that comes in and says, I'm a scalper, they're like, perfect, come in. Here's a royal spot for you to trade because we know you're going to give us all of your money. My stop loss is around 3 to 5 pips, TP around 8 to 10. I mean, I'm not here to tell you the size of the stop loss or the pips that you're trying to capture. That doesn't necessarily mean you're scalping. I'm just saying it's not high probability setups. Stay on the, I mean, to me, if you're trading on the 15-minute time frame, you're not scalping. You're intraday trading. You're trying to catch an intraday move. And your stop loss, depending on the pair, could be whatever it is. But as soon as you start going down into the 5-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute time frames, you're entering those scalper levels and you're enticing yourself in to find a trade. And it's just going to be difficult for you to maintain profitability over a long period of trading. And I mean, by a long period of trading, I mean months, years of trading. It's going to be difficult. I hold from 5 minutes to 40 minutes. I should be fine. Maven literally said we don't allow scalping. Yes. Yeah. Hit that lucky like button. I think, Sean, appreciate that. 5-minute breaker with liquidity model. Again, it's not necessarily the model. It has more to do, to me, with the amount of time that you're in the market, not necessarily the pips captured. Because you can be in the market for hours and only capture a 2 or 3 pip profit if it comes back to break even. Does that make sense? Like, you could have a 5 pip stop and a 12 pip take profit, and you could end up at break even and only make a 1 pip profit or 2 pip profit. That's not scalping. So it has more to do with time than it has to do with pips captured or lost. It's how quickly you are moving in and out of the market. You're opening trades and within 2 minutes you're closing a trade, and then you're waiting and then you're opening a trade, and then a minute or two later you're closing a trade. That's scalping. Otherwise, it's intraday trading, the time limit of which you're holding your trades. Again, if it's over like probably somewhere between 5 and 10 minutes, to me, that's not necessarily scalping. That's aggressive intraday trading more than anything. Most of my trades are between 15 minutes to a couple of hours is about how long I'll hold a trade. And no one would call me a scalper. All right. I didn't see, all I saw was pound New Zealand, and we already have pound Aussie up. So I don't think we would switch it to pound New Zealand because we've already got pound Aussie up. And I saw oil. So I don't know that if we need to do a chat pair vote, we can, but I haven't seen any other options thrown in there. And I'm probably only going to stay on for another 15 minutes or so. There's just not much to look at or talk about today, guys. I passed a demo by using the model last week. I'll be continuing BFP from tomorrow. Hope this goes well. Just wanted to update you. Thanks, Saeem. I appreciate the update on your challenge. As always, just stay patient and follow your model, follow your rules. That's all you can do, man. That's the only control you have is your decisions. And your decisions should be based on the rules that you have for your system. So follow your rules, stay disciplined, let the probabilities play out. If you have an edge, you're going to be fine. I don't even know why I'm looking at all these charts right now. It's just habit of scrolling through because I'm not going to do anything. Indeed, friends, what's going on? I'm doing well. How are you? Welcome in. Short stream today. We're probably only going to stay on for another 10, 15 minutes, not taking a trade today. It's a bank holiday in the United States. It's Columbus Day. It is also the first day after a war has broken out in the Middle East. Tomorrow, also likely not going to be trading because it will be the first true trading day of the week, and the markets will be going and trying to absorb whatever news over the last 3 or 4 days. So it's just not a high probability trading environment currently, and I would caution all of you to not find ways to get into the market right now. Do other things. There's plenty of other things you can work on as a trader. Read a good trading book, back test, work on a new strategy, whatever it is that you need to do. We'll go over your trades, journal. There's all kinds of things you can be doing to become a better trader that don't mean taking trades in this kind of environment. To lighten the mood, oh, here we go, dad jokes. To lighten the mood, why do women make the best archaeologists? Because they're so good at digging up the past. That's awesome. I heard a good dad joke the other day. It says, it's a Bible joke, so if you don't know the Bible, it may not mean much to you, but it says, did you know that men in the end times, at the end of the world, it says that men go to heaven first before women? Because in the book of Revelation, it says that, and there was silence in heaven for half an hour. I thought that was funny. Nice dad joke. All the men got there, had nothing to say. It was quiet for at least half an hour, and then all the women showed up. There was silence in heaven for half an hour, and then all the women showed up. I can't remember the verse. I got to look it up now. Revelation 8. When he opened the seventh seal, there was silence in heaven about the space of half an hour. That means there were no women. I'm just kidding. I do not talk more than my wife. She has way more. I use all my words up on the stream. All the words that I have to say in a day, I use them right here on the stream. All my words are done. When I get off the stream, I don't talk the rest of the day. I've said everything I need to say. And I just listen to my wife. She has plenty to say after that. God, this candle smells so good, you guys. This candle right here is absolutely amazing. It's made by Leo Ben Company, leobenco.com, from Huntington Beach, California. It's called Teakwood and Oak, and it's got some lavender in there as well. And it's so good. If you want to get one of the best smelling candles I have ever smelled, I'm going to just show you this candle because, God, that smells so good. leobenco.com. .com. Here we go. Oh, of course, the website's down for maintenance. But they do have an Amazon store. Here we go. There we go. I just had to make sure before I pull this up, there wasn't any. All right, so look, this one right here. This one right here is this candle is absolutely fantastic. Teakwood and oak is, get it, because you won't be disappointed. It smells so good. And they have others, evidently. Man Cave, I don't even know what that is, but I mean, why not? Cigar Lounge, Sandalwood and Musk. Teakwood and oak, that's the way to do it. Go get it. You're welcome. It smells. Oh, gosh. That just makes me happy. It's calming, but it's masculine, and it's woodsy, and just great. It's great. I haven't spoken to my wife for 3 weeks. I don't want to interrupt. MFF has been gone for weeks now. They're in massive trouble with the Canadian and United States governments. Is that long lasting too? I mean, I don't know. I burned it for a few hours and it's just down to like right there. So, I mean, I don't know. It just burns like a normal candle, I guess. You're going to get a lot of hours of good candle out of that. New sponsors, Bradley. I wish, dude, if I could get Leo Ben to sponsor me and I could get some free Teakwood Oak, hell yeah, I would do it. Leo Ben Scented Candles, if you're watching this, you should consider a sponsorship. We got this from Marshall's. We bought this from Marshall's, which is a home goods store here. And $7.99. And online, what was it, like $18? So if you have a Marshall's, at least the Marshall's in our area carries this candle. It's really good. My man cave smells of sawdust and petrol. Not a Judas swing in particular. It is just a manipulation. The breaker block strategy is a manipulation of liquidity and then displacement away. So, I mean, if you, indeed, friends, there's a video on my YouTube channel that lays out the breaker strategy that I use step by step. It gives you every rule and every criteria that needs to be met for you to be able to take a trade. It is on my YouTube channel. I think it's called the $10K to $2 million funding challenge strategy or something like that. But you can go in and see exactly the strategy I use. I'm not here to convince you to use this strategy. That's not the purpose of the stream. It's not to convince you to trade the way I trade. It's not to convince you to see the market the way I see it or to use my analysis. It really is more about mindset, psychology, approach to the markets, the discipline it takes, the patience it takes, just the way that you have to consistently execute to become a profitable trader. That's really what this stream is more about. I'm not here to try to sell you a strategy or a course. It is really, truly more about what it takes to consistently show up every day and have the exact same approach that you did the day before with the exact same entries, the exact same strategy over and over and over again, and stick with it. Yeah, the fall candles are fantastic. I would agree with you. It's a great time to light up a candle. Do you think that the CFO of Leo Ben is like, holy crap, Venator wants to partner with us? Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I don't even their website isn't even functioning right now, so I don't even know if they're still a company. It looks like they've just moved everything to their Amazon store and they've taken down their website. So I'm guessing the CEO of Leobin, maybe someone can tag them on Twitter and let them know that they've got free online advertising and they should reach out to this guy that has an incredible 1,000 subscribers on his YouTube channel. And the market to those 1,000 subscribers is literally international. An international market, by the way. I don't know. I think it sells itself. How many candles would my viewers need to buy for Leo Bin Candle Company to find it worthwhile to sponsor a second sponsor of the stream? I'm kind of enticed though to see what Man Cave smells like. Man Cave's actually is pretty enticing. Like, what is that? Is it just like leather and bacon? I'm not even sure. Gunpowder and oil. Anything with bacon, I'm in for. Always. I can't say no to bacon. I cannot say no to bacon. Well, y'all, I don't know what else to do for now because I know I'm done for the day. And unless you all have something else you need to discuss or cover, I think it's best just to say, get off the charts today. There's nothing else to do on the charts. It is a bank holiday. You're not going to get the volatility that you need to capture moves that you want to capture. So, serious question, will the markets open at 9:30? No. Well, there are probably some firms that will have access. It's just not going to be a liquid market. So I don't even know if they like this. I think trading actually does happen on bank holidays. I don't even know. The stock market will be open today. They're open all week. But it's going to be impacted in the fact that it's holiday and the banks are closed. So it's just going to be, it's going to be, it is open. The stock market is open Monday for Columbus Day. The bond market won't be. Since the federal government will be closed, the roughly $25 trillion U.S. Treasury market won't open either, and neither will the broader U.S. bond market. It should be a quieter day. Oh, this was written before the war broke out. Again, just don't find a reason to be trading. There's no reason to. Yeah, I believe all trading markets will be open, but that doesn't mean you should go in and look for something to buy or sell. The butter futures market? Is this a joke? I had no idea there was a butter futures. What? I don't get it. All right, guys. Let's just call it a day. Yeah, there's nothing else to do. So we're done for today. Go over, hang out on Discord, post your gifts, ask your questions. I will be hanging out on Discord today. If I see some good conversation happening, we can jump in over there. So just chill out. No setups today. Bank holiday, war-torn Middle East. It's just not a good day to trade. So find something else to do. Go watch a movie, play a video game, read a book, do some back testing, but don't trade today, please. All right. We'll be back tomorrow on October 10th. We'll be back at 7 a.m. New York time. We'll see how the rest of today plays out and what the overnight market brings us in the London session. We'll see if we get any setups. So you guys stay safe. Happy hunting. And we'll catch y'all in the morning. Adios, y'all.